John, we're going to go to you with story number 4. And it has to do with insurance prices, has to do with the collapse of the Champlain Tower South, which was that $1 billion settlement that was reached after nearly 100 people died when a building collapsed up in Surfside, just north of Miami Beach and south of Bell Harbor in Sunny Isles Beach. So this is coming out of Bay News 9 out of the Tampa area. I'll read you the headlines, John, then I'll read you the first couple graphs. I want you to comment. Surfside-inspired safety law swells condo assessments and financial burden. First couple graphs. The practice of condominium associations skimping on routine maintenance and neglecting to set aside funds for future repairs to save money for unit owners will soon be a thing of the past. In the wake of the Surfside collapse, the Florida legislature has introduced a new condo safety law. The law mandates more rigorous inspections and strengthens the reserves. Major legislation changes came down at the end of last year, and people are kind of just starting to find out about it, said Corcoran Dwellings broker Leanne Jameson. To educate realtors, tenants, and buyers about the new law, Jameson termed it TikTok. It got 55,000 hits, she said. So many people commented, thank you, nobody's talking about this. Jameson's worked as a listing agent for the last 16 years. We got a lot of people that come down and they love this lifestyle, she said. Jameson predominantly works to help people find single-family homes and condos. For some reason, that dream and lifestyle are quickly changing. Jameson said it's been affected by property insurance hikes, the affordable housing crisis, inflation, and now the new safety condo laws. Jean, my question to you is ownership, whether it's condo or single-family house, is it at risk in the state of Florida due to the collapse of the Champlain Tower South, the insurance spikes that have occurred, these hurricanes that rolled through, especially last year? We had another one this year. Is the American dream of owning a condominium or a house in Florida due to spiking insurance prices, is that at risk?
Well, yeah, but you can't expect realtors to tell you this. I mean, what realtor is going to tell you, no, you're going to have to pay all these assessments and the building's crumbling and you're going to have to pay up, I mean, the fact of the matter is a lot of these buildings have had, they've skimped on the requirements to maintain their buildings, because every condo association in South Florida is some form of criminal enterprise, basically. It's an opportunity for people to steal. I mean, I have a friend in a Brickell building, a very nice Brickell building with waterfront views, and they actually don't have any reserves at all. Everything they do is by special assessment. So if they have to repave the driveway, fix an elevator, redo the lobby, it's all by special assessment. There are no reserves whatsoever because they do not trust the board to manage the money properly. And part of the problem is that so many landlords, so many condo owners are absentee. They may live in Latin America or Europe or somewhere else, and they Airbnb their units out. They're just absent. And so nobody is paying attention to the condo boards. And when you're on the condo board, I mean, I have another friend who was on a condo board, and an electrician came to do work at his condo. And when he found out that he was, on the board, he offered him $10,000 in cash to try to get him to get the contract for the building. So, I mean, it's just, apparently it's pretty routine. So, I mean, it's a thankless job. I mean, you experienced that, Peter, being on a condo board. So why would you put yourself through all of this and not at least get a little cut of this and a little cut of that? And before you know it, it's like you're running a criminal enterprise.
John, I will say the theory though behind a condo board is to let the owners decide kind of how to go forward. The problem is you don't have the safety in place to sort of make sure the checks and balances are sort of in place.
And who's going to enforce that? Who's going to enforce that? I mean, there are thousands of condo associations. Who's minding the store? Nobody's enforcing any of this stuff. I mean, the only way that people would know is if you had people ratting them out. I mean, this is part of the big problem, and it's done under the table and here and there, and it's and most of these condo owners are out of towners. They're not paying attention. And of course, now you're going to have all these special assessments, and that's actually a whole different ball of wax, because now you're really going to have to uh, create some reserves, and buildings that have no reserves, that's, they're really in trouble. People are going to be really shocked. But the other thing that surprises me a little bit is everybody's acting so surprised that this is happening. I mean, we've been talking about this since Surfside collapse. I mean, it's in every news outlet. I mean, I just I don't understand how people can be surprised. It's been part of our I know everybody's talking about it. Maybe the realtors aren't talking about it to sellers and buyers because they don't want to deliver any bad news or ruin a deal. But I mean, everybody else is talking about it.
Yeah, so we're gonna go to Francisco in the next story, but before we do, I spoke to some property management companies, and basically anybody looking at their monthly maintenance fee, roughly 20% of your maintenance fee is allocated towards insurance, and about 10% is allocated towards property taxes. So when you get that special assessment, chances are it's to go towards paying insurance, which has gone up tremendously. If buildings can even get it now because of the situation going on after the collapse of Champlain Towers South.